My name is Dorothy Guerrero, and I'm a climate justice and energy transition researcher and campaigner for many years now.
Dorothy, there's a lot of things happening in climate finance and biodiversity finance. What do you see as opportunities and positive things about this?
I think the great part about this is that people are more aware now on the issues on biodiversity. And in fact, the COP, or the Conference of Parties on the UN Biodiversity Agreement, which was in 2022, is that they have a target of 30 by 30, that by 2030, 30% of the territories should be protected, so that we maintain biodiversity and stop the disappearance, extinction of many species, which is not just good on those species, but also good for human well-being.
Okay, good. And apart from the positive things, do you also see risks with these new financing instruments?
Yes, a lot, actually, because first and foremost, the approach again is on market solutions. There's a big emphasis on what is called nature-based solutions, and unfortunately, nature-based solution is also one of those false solutions, because it emphasizes that corporations will have a big role. They will have a way to put a price on the environment and make it a sort of like investments. That is where all the green bonds or the blue bonds come into question. And many of the projects that they favor are, the big ones are, the favorites are on reforestation. And in most cases, reforestation will be monocropping. And two, there's also this whole new interest on reservation area or preservation area. And the problem there is there's also what we call as fortress conservation, wherein the big conservation NGOs in partnership with corporations would decide what will be the areas that will be subjects or will be covered by this conservation. And one of the downside there is that those conservation areas are not pristine environment that do not have people. Many of those areas have people, indigenous communities in fact, and we all know that many areas that have maintained the health of their environment and have actually contributed in stopping extinction of species are in these areas where indigenous populations live. And when the fortress conservation approach is followed, then they would rather wanted to fence off areas so that they will keep the pristine environment, but they don't care about the people that live in those environments. And those people are not the ones deciding on the stock market. They are not the ones that know about these blue bonds and the green bonds.